the ground, like a king without a crown. Whoa. Why you make it hard? Don't let me down. You might as well be lost.
So back with another video. Hey yo, check it. I'm about to start this face with the primer. Benefit Professional. It's the one that doesn't make you shine. Yeah, I'm so crap. I don't know. It's just been one of those days. Anyways, starting with the primer on my face with Benefits Professional Matte Rescue Gel. It's a super hydrating primer. I feel like it's not tacky. It's just very hydrating, and that's why I like it. Starting with my brows. For today's look, I'm using Anastasia's Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. I just feel like it's the perfect color or shade for my eyebrows. My hair is really dark, but I don't like my brows to be like super black, so I feel like this is a beautiful color. So as you can see, I always like to start off by tracing the shape of my brows, and then I fill them in ever so gently. Just ever so carefully, I should say. And when I get to the beginning portion of my brows, you can see I just flick my brush up and try to mimic some hair, so it just looks kind of natural. And I'll clean that up using this Napoleon Purtis Mighty Concealer Pen, and I'll just buff that out using a brush. I'll also put this all over my lids, and this will act as an eyeshadow base. So today's look, I'll be using my Morphe 35R palette. This is one of their newest palettes. I was sent this palette. I was not paid to use this palette. I'm not even a bloody affiliate. But yeah, I just love the colors, and I feel like it's such a beautiful palette for everyone. So I just used that one of the lightest shades in that palette. I'm just putting that all over my eyelid, and this will help set my base as well as make all the other eyeshadows super blendable on top. So for me, when I like to create cut creases, I like to start with the lightest shade and then work my way to the darkest. So I'm just grabbing that medium toned brown. I'll place this in my crease. I'll place this right in my crease with a fluffy brush, and then once that's on, I'll buff out the edges using a clean fluffy brush. I just feel like it's so important when creating cut creases that it's super blended from the crease up, because it doesn't matter what's on the lid, because you're going to clear that out with concealer anyways. So now grabbing this medium toned brown, placing that right the way under that previous previous transition color, just trying to build a gradient. And yeah, it's kind of like the same technique. You place it in your crease and then buff it out with a fluffy brush. Now grabbing a darker matte brown, and that goes right the way under those two colors that we placed, and this will help just define the crease when we cut it with a concealer. So I'm using that same Napoleon Purtis Radiant Mighty Concealer Pen to carve out my crease. As you can see, when I cut my crease, I like to do little baby strokes. I don't do anything in one go, because I have super hooded eyes, super wrinkly eyes as well. And so I feel like just taking your time with this, it just really helps in the long run to really, so you can like really achieve a really clean kind of line. Now I'm going to grab this beautiful deep gold shade from that Morphe 35R palette, and I'll be placing this all over my lid. I do find that with the shimmer shadows from that palette, if you swipe it on your lid, you get more pigment. So yeah, definitely swipe and not tap. I feel like you just get more pigment when you use swiping motions. To create my wing, I'm using Anastasia's waterproof cream color in the color Jet. I just use a really skinny angled brush, really fine, so I can just get that liner looking super crisp and sharp. So for this particular look, I wanted to use the Lily lashes in this style of Goddess. I feel like these lashes are super long but wispy, but they're not too dramatic where they hide all the hard work that I've just done. Now to get on with the rest of my face. As you can see, I do have some discoloration under my eyes and around my mouth. So I'm going to color correct that using this Motives Cosmetics color correcting quad. So I just placed the orange color all over my dark pigmentation. My brain's just not working at the moment. And yeah, and I use a fluffy brush because you don't want a lot of this product on your face. You just want the color. So yeah, I like to use a fluffy brush when I color correct my face. Foundation, I'm using the NYX Total Control Drops foundation. This is the new foundation. Well, new in Australia anyways. We're always like the last one on the bloody wagon. So I'm just placing a few drops of this on my face. And yeah, and I go in with a damp beauty blender and I spritz that with a little bit of the Herbivore Rose Coconut Water. And I just bounce that all over my face. I'm really trying to distribute the product evenly. I love this foundation. The coverage is totally buildable, which I love. I just love the way it finishes on my face. How do you... that's my son. See, when I do voiceovers, I've constantly got kids in the background. You just turn off the top, babe. Okay, love you, Zai. Now for cream sculpting, going in with this Motives Cosmetics contour palette, using the lightest shade and the second darkest shade for my highlight and contouring. So that light shade I'm just placing right under my eyes, down the center of my face, and just the high points of my face to bring structure back. And my apologies if you can hear just a shitload of crap in the background. It is actually thunderstorming at the moment, and I've got like 3 kids playing in this room, and it's just crazy town. So yeah, my apologies. To set my face, I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It translucent powder and this little cute blusher beauty blender. I'm just placing this right under my eyes, under my contour to make my contour pop, on my chin and in the center of my face, just places where I usually get really oily. I'll leave that on for a few seconds or a few minutes, and then I'll brush that all away. Now going in with Goldilocks gel liner from TUT Cosmetics. I'll just be placing this on my waterline. I feel like this pop of yellow really brings some life to this look and makes it super summery, super fun. And so yeah, just placing that on with an angled brush. Now going in with this pigment called Shameless by Fearless Cosmetics. It is the perfect yellow pigment. Once I saw this, I thought this would be so much fun in my inner corner. So just using a little small fluffy brush and placing that in my inner corner. Now going on with Melissa Sassine's Dark Contour Powder Palette. I'll just be bringing some structure back into my face. So going with the darkest color that will work as my contour. Placing some on my forehead to warm up my forehead again, and down the sides of my nose. And I'll be going in with the other shade, and this will work as my bronzer. I love using matte bronzers. I feel like they just look more flattering on the skin. And now for my glow, I'm going in with the Aurora Glow Kit and going in with these 2 shades. Just layering these 2 highlighters. I think it's super, interesting when you hit the light and you see like different colors of highlighters. And yeah, just placing that on the high points of my face. And for lips, I'm using Colourpop's Boys Town Lip Liner and I'm Yours Lippy Sticks.
Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm your home. I wanna be with you always. Know you're not alone.
Thanks again for watching. Please let me know if you enjoyed this look. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, give me a comment. I love you guys and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.